English. Fancy Nancy, the Dazzling Book Report. Monday is my favorite day. Why? Monday is library day. Before we leave, we select a book. Select is a fancy word for pick. It is like getting a present for a week. Bree selects a book on dinosaurs. Robert selects a book of funny poems. Teddy selects a scary story. I select a book about an Indian girl. She has a fancy name, Sacagawea. You say it like this, Sacagawea. Later, Mrs. Glass has thrilling news. Thrilling is even more exciting than exciting. We get to do a book report. Your first book report. How grown up? My mom says at dinner. Yes, I know. I say, my book is a biography. It is about a real person. After dinner, I read my book. That helps with the hard words. I learn all about Sacagawea. Sacagawea was a princess. She lived 200 years ago out west. She helped 2 explorers reach the Pacific Ocean. Mom takes me to the art store. I need stuff for the cover of my book report. I want it to be great. I am the second best artist in our class. This isn't bragging. You can ask anybody. I get a bag of little beads, some yarn, and some markers. I start working on the cover. I work on it every night. I make Sacagawea look very brave because she was. She found food for the explorers. She kept them safe from enemies. Just remember to leave time for the words. Mom keeps saying, I will. I tell her. Mrs. Glass wants you to write about the book. That says over and over. That's what a report is. I know that. I tell him, writing the words will be easy. Ta-da! The cover is finished. Sacagawea has yarn braids. Beads and fringe are glued on her clothes. I must admit it is dazzling. That is fancy for eye-popping. Now, I will write my report. I get outlined paper and a pen with a plume. That's a fancy word for feather. The trouble is, I am tired. I know all about Sacagawea, but the right words won't come. What am I going to do? I have to hand in my report tomorrow. I am desperate. I tell Mom. That means I'm in trouble. Mom lets me stay up longer. Still, my report ends up only 2 sentences long. The next day, everyone sees my cover and says, "Wow!" But hearing other reports makes me nervous. All of them are longer than mine. All of them are more interesting. I read my report. Sacagawea was a heroine. She helped people in trouble. Everybody waits to hear more. But there is no more. I am crestfallen. That is fancy for sad and ashamed. I spent too much time on the cover. I tell Mrs. Glass. Mrs. Glass understands. Why don't you tell the class about your book? So I do. I tell them all about the brave things Sacagawea did. Sacagawea was a heroine. Mrs. Glass is a heroine too. At least she is to me. The end.